Hey Simmers, I'm Erin, I play The Sims, and you are watching the next episode of the 100die Fundie Baby Challenge, a challenge in The Sims 4 where we take the 100 Baby Challenge to weird, culty Fundie church. You guys, today is a tough day for everybody. If you were watching the live stream, then you know all that happened. That was such a packed time. Danny went on his disciplinary, missions trip, trying to work all the sin out of him. I unfortunately did not take too many screenshots of that. I am so sorry, but oh my gosh, you guys, it is worth the watch if you have the time to do so. Danny essentially went to a work camp put on by the Davis Ministries, and he did work. He went clearing paths in the jungle, all that. That was day 1 of his mission trip. Day 2, he went ahead and took his mentor's daughter out to the, there's a museum there, and he essentially swiped something. He wanted to swipe and steal something. He did steal something, but he got caught. And Fern, Timothy Davis's daughter, must have told her father, who told James. And James, guys, legit called and kicked him out. This isn't something that I did for a story. This is how it went. The game notified us right down here that I can't believe you would steal. You are no longer welcome in my home. So how fundy. I mean, you know, it's relatable. A lot of people... He is feeling romantic. A lot of people would not like a thief in their house, especially their child, that sort of like tough love. It's totally understandable that as a parent, you would be like, hey, you're an adult. By the way, Danny aged up. You're an adult. You can't keep doing this. You need to do this elsewhere, outside of my house, outside of my young children. But when they're fundies, it's a whole different thing, you know? And Timothy was thrilled by this. Timothy is another manipulative sim who uses the power and influence that his status in his cult gives him. He is another IBLPer. Timothy absolutely loved this development. He was kind of rooting for it, to be totally honest with you, because he wants manipulation, he wants control, he wants all of those things, and putting another sim in a socially precarious situation worked for Timothy, and he made it work for him and his family as well. He married off his daughter Fern to Danny. By the way, Danny was, you know, a teenage person who was not exercising his muscles of compassion and thinking of others, and he may have used Fern's naivety and, you know, kind of getting her swept up in this passionate moment to have some premarital woohoo. And then Timothy found them, and obviously the marriage happened the very next day. You guys, it did not go as planned, but moral of the story, they ended up married. They are living now in Salvadorada. None of the kids are allowed to talk to Danny, but they have a little baby on the way. So the entire family was heartbroken over it. I know that Beth, oh man, her heart probably was ripped out of her chest. Never does she ever want to kick kids out. Even the kids that are like, quote, banished are still kids that she talks to, even though she's not really supposed to. And Rose is aging up because Danny has aged up and they're twins. So yes, tomorrow's preparation day for Harvest Fest. Woohoo. I must not have said it correctly. Interesting. So we're gonna get Rose aged up. I can't wait to see what her last trait is. Y'all, we are gonna go and have, listen, a family getaway after this. So I can't wait to see who Rose tells us that she is. Okay, so Rose Quartz is responsible from having a high responsibility trait. She is a loner. She is materialistic, and Oh, she's gloomy. Oh, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Well, you know what? This life would give anybody the gloomy trait. So guys, normally I would give our teen girl Sims who age up the Watcherly trait, the trad wife. But you guys, later in this episode, we are going to a certain somewhere. And if you guys remember, Rose rolled this aspiration when she aged up into 18. We had to override that because obviously, being a natural born female, she's supposed to, in air quotes, be wanting to be a wife and mother. Because apparently that's the only way she can glorify the Watcher. But for right now, Rose's age up is gonna have her struggling with things and questioning things. Oh yay, we have gifts. Oh my goodness. Everybody's sending gifts. This is one of the great things about having a massive family. Let's actually have Rose get the mail. Rose is not supposed to be talking with any of her I don't want to say disowned, cast out siblings. Actually, they wouldn't say that they were cast out. James and Beth would be saying, along with the kids that are here, that those children were struggling in the Watcher and that they've chosen a lifestyle other than what their Watcher would choose. And so out of love, they are essentially tough loving them or stonewalling them into submission to the Watcher. They are incentivizing them. They're incentivizing them through a lack of connection or like a lack of affirming that they would essentially just be so starved or desperate that they would be more incentivized to give in. So that's what they're doing with Danny. Out of love and through great sacrifice to themselves, they are denying themselves a relationship with Danny. And the idea is that they are ultimately saving him. So I can't drive that home enough. They're not doing this to be cruel. They are doing this because in this weird, painful way, they're trying to be loving. They're trying to look out for their family member that they view as lost. So I also want Topaz to age up. He should be a teen right about now. I feel like we haven't known very much about Topaz. Topaz, is a sim that I am viewing as at least hearing impaired. Yay, Topaz aged up. He has a high self-esteem. Perfect. He was a glutton already. He got the pastor trait. This is a custom trait that Jacob has made in his mod. So this little boy is destined to be a pastor. The sim is a pastor and helps lead their flock in the ways of the Watcher. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am excited to set him up that way. Let's pick an aspiration for Topaz. Now, you guys know the drill. Ultimately, he is going to, because he is a boy, be getting this missionary aspiration. It's a custom aspiration. But we're going to see what his inclination is before he does what his parents tell him to do. So I will be asking my phone to pick a number from 1 to 16 because that's the amount of aspirations that there are outside of this obligatory want or aspiration that he's going to have.
Here's a random number. 14.
14. Okay. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. Wellness. Interesting. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
So that means that he wants to be a Zen guru. This is a spiritual child, you guys. Oh my goodness. This sim wants to share their mastery of wellness with the world and train a successor to pass their knowledge. Guys, this pairs so well with a pastoral sim. Oh my goodness, Topaz. I am so proud of you for wanting to lead other sims to me. I feel like maybe Topaz's hearing impairment, especially in this group, could have left him a lot of time to be, I don't know, just quiet with me. Maybe other sims don't know how to approach Topaz very well. let's pop this away. We are not going to be aging up any more Sims this episode. Right now, guys, we are going to be going right into create a Sim because we got more roles to do. Oh my goodness, what a handsome Sim. He has some brows though. Let me give him a little bit of help. It is not his fault that the game assigned him those. All right, I don't know that these are the ones that they'll keep, but at least it's a little bit better. I feel like he has a deep forehead and a very long nose, but he is still such an attractive Sim. Okay, that's enough messing around. Right now, we're going to go ahead. We are going to roll for Danny's gender identity. I am going to edit the way that I do this because of awesome feedback that you guys have given. I am so appreciative of that. I wasn't exactly happy with the way that it was before. It was just I didn't know how else to do it. Maybe by Gen 2 I will stop changing things. We'll see. But for now, we are going to stick with our 1 out of 10 roll, with this number being the one that would have to be rolled in order for Danny to be other than cisgender. So I will ask my phone, pick a number from 1 to 10.
2.
2. Okay, so Danny is cisgendered. Now, just to let you guys know, if he had rolled that magic number, which I will not say because I do not want to influence my phone's roll, then essentially instead of rolling to see if Topaz was transgender or some other form, because there are so many other genders, there just isn't really good data that I can roll 1 out of 10 for. I would leave it open to you guys. And I will be doing that for any other children that age up into teens. That way we have other genders that can be represented, where rolling for them before the way that I was doing it really wouldn't have allowed for that. But in any case, Mr. Topaz is a masculine Sim who prefers masculine clothing. He can get others pregnant, he would not be producing milk, and he can use the toilet standing. Now, for Topaz's sexual orientation, again, guys, this is a 1 out of 10 roll, so I will ask my phone, pick a number between 1 and 10.
10.
10. Okay, so Topaz is straight. So far, all the males in this gen have been cisgendered and straight. So Topaz is attracted to, women, not men. Topaz is not exploring romantically, and Topaz is interested in mess around with women specifically. It is wonderful to be able to see a little bit more about who Topaz is, and to be honest, with a Sim like Topaz, he wants to be a pastor. He wants to be a Zen guru. So he wants to, I feel like, be knowledgeable in his pastoralship, whether he wants to be knowledgeable in a more fundy way or whether he can be a little bit, gentler. It's not that, I mean to say that those who follow the IBLP or the fundy lifestyle can't be gentle people. In fact, I think there's quite a few that really are, and they view this as very loving, but maybe it would be less culty. We'll have to see how Topaz goes. This is his father's hair. I feel like we've used this other hair before. Ooh, maybe he can do this. A nice full head of hair. It seems very professional and slicked back to me. I think I like these eyebrows better. Of course, he has the Joseph's brown eyes. He is a Joseph child. Oh my gosh, I was in cold weather wear. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at what we have for this young man in a bright topaz blue. He seems to be flirting a little bit with patterns and texture in his clothing, so I'll see what we have that would satisfy the modesty standards. What would a future pastor wear? Oh, definitely not that. I feel like they would get all on him for it having like holes through it, even if he has an undershirt on. But what would a future or aspiring pastor wear who lives on a farm? Like, that's my conundrum right now. Oh, maybe something like this wouldn't be too bad. All right, you guys, here is what I have come up with for Topaz. This is his everyday. Of course, he has his cochlear implant in. We have his formal wear. Just a nice, simple blue. He doesn't have a hat on. He has his cochlear implant. Of course, he wants to be able to hear other Sims as best as he can. But he doesn't have his hat on because we don't wear hats in church. His athletic wear covered head to foot. His sleepwear, also a very covered young man. Party wear. This is just to me like such a pastor thing. Again, he has his cochlear implant in for party wear. He does not have it for swimwear or for athletic or for sleepwear because one of you shared that it's actually very especially for sleepwear, it's impossible to wear them during bed because there's this constant buzzing in your head, and it's really not safe to wear them, or you shouldn't wear them in the water, so not during swimwear. And I can imagine that you would get sweaty during athletic wear, so maybe that's a time where he doesn't wear them either. Hot weather wear. And we've got his cold weather wear. So I was thinking about it as I was dressing him and wondering about what kind of pastor Topaz might like to be. I have my own biased opinion, which is why I like rolling for it, and I almost forgot to do that. So I'm going to ask my phone to flip a coin. Heads, he stays in the faith. Tails, he leaves the faith. Flip a coin.
It landed on tails.
Tails. Okay then. So this is the first boy that has rolled to leave the faith. So it seems to me, at least, that Topaz is destined for a much more mainstream type of pastoring, which excites me. Let's get back into game. I love this Zen guru aspiration for him, but of course we are going to be, for now, because he's under his parents' roof, selecting for him the aspiration that his parents would want for him and all of his siblings, all of his male siblings. Right now, Topaz is doing homework, but I'm going to pretend like he is reading the scripture, reading the symbol. That's not the book that he selected, but I like the idea that maybe through his study and his want to be this guru and this expert in his field, that he kind of comes to the same conclusions that his brother-in-law did, that Mateus did, that really the scripture just doesn't support these very specific interpretations that the IBLP has come up with. Let's send you to use the bathroom, my good sir. After he has done that, you guys, everybody is really good for the day. All of our chores are done. We are going to be going on vacation. Oh, look. Garnet and Rose Quartz absolutely can be jokesters. So let's go ahead and have Dad set up a vacation. Dad is very flirty right now. Neither of them have rolled the want. He or his wife have rolled the want to have a child. But if they do, I will have them woohoo or try for a baby. We are going to take our wife, we are going to take our toddler son, we are going to take our teen, our child, and our daughter, or at least as far as we are concerned, on vacation with us. The animals are going to be staying here. I like to think that Jasper and his family are going to be taking care of them whilst we are away. To do that, we are going to be leaving Chestnut Ridge and traveling to Moonwood Mill. Our wife has done some research and has found a little campground that would be perfect for a family of our size. Okay, joke's on me. I didn't do that right. Hey, I was thinking of joining the men's Bible study. I have a lot to bring. What do you think? Yeah, go right ahead. I thought you were getting out of the faith, but okay. It's hard to leave sometimes. Speaking of that, let's actually go on a vacation. We'll take a vacation instead of just traveling. Not with our horse, though. Yes, here we go. That looks a little bit better. I would honestly like to stay about 3 days. I think that'd be about perfect. Alrighty, guys. We are here at the campsite. I'm very excited. Let me pop some walls up here. I love this. This is a little, kind of trailer park, I guess. But I just loved it. It's so Moonwood Mill. We've got a ton of things for our kids to do here, all of our amenities that we need. We're going to be dividing things by kids. So girls are going to be staying in this camper. Looks like we are down a bed. We may be having the boys stay somewhere else. This is going to be mom and dad's camper. They would have all liked to stay together, but it's really hard when you have a large family to find one place that accommodates everybody. This is going to be like a communal camper. Or like the space where they spend some family time. So if they're going to have like a meal, a big family meal, they'll have it here. Day after tomorrow is Harvest Fest. So that'll be really fun. This is going to be a spot kind of like a family room. They like it because there's no technology here really. Then this is just sort of like a little private camper. They don't know exactly what they'll use that for. Might as well have too many things or too many places to sleep rather than not enough. This, you guys, is actually one of you guys' Sims. Cannot wait to introduce you all. And I should also mention that this lot, I'm going to open my gallery because this lot is not one that I built. So if you search Werewolf Camp with a 30 by 30 lot filter on, you're going to get this camp by Annabelle Tinson is the gallery ID. They use quite a lot of packs, but that's okay for me because I own all of them. But do search Annabelle Tinson if you are looking for a great place for your Sims to be able to just camp out. It makes it for a great rental. One of my favorite things was that only this one was done. The other 3 were really up to me. So it allowed me to add what I needed for this LP. So let's just go ahead and we'll finish out the day here. Guys, I should say, if by some miracle this is up by Friday, by Fundie Friday, then put a hallelujah down in the comments for me. It's been a super busy week, and despite my best efforts, I just can't get time to record. I don't know why. It's just becoming a lot more difficult. The kids are the kids are just chilling out. Everybody, I think, is enjoying being on vacay, you know? Ooh, and this is another one of you guys' Sims. I am going to have to age them up because right now they're teens and you know, the kids that were teens when we placed them are not anymore. But I do want to call both of these Sims over. I'm not ready to do quite a proper introduction to them yet. We will do that next episode. But guys, whether or not this is going up on the Friday that I had meant it to or not, we are not going to be doing a stream on Saturday the 24th. I'm actually hosting like an adult dinner, like a real adult, like a dinner party that night. So wish me well. And if this is being posted after that, then I'll fill you guys in on how it goes. So right now we're just making introductions. So everybody's just introducing themselves. I think tomorrow is Winterfest, and these girls have just sort of walked by. They're saying hi. Oh my goodness. Topaz is teasing Miss Luna Day about her crush. I may actually introduce these guys now because their stories are kind of important. I want you guys to know their backgrounds. Very first, we're going to bring up the Day household. This is by Gallery ID Teen Ninja Dwarf. Thank you so much for submitting to the 100die Fundie hashtag. It definitely helps out when you guys as families are in the world filling it out. You guys do such a wonderful job. And this family's bio reads, Ulysses Day grew up as part of a group of fundies and decided to leave as a young adult, eventually marrying Stella, a werewolf who grew up far from the fundies. They had a daughter named Luna who eventually found fundies on SimsTube and became infatuated with the idea of fundies. As she ages, will she stay infatuated or decide against joining the faith? And the idea is that she would befriend Rose Quartz. Now, this sim is open romantically, so we'll have to see what happens there. care whether Luna is a friend, whether Luna is a little bit more, or who she gravitates towards. The second teen that we see here is uploaded by Katie_Wren and is actually Sage Ponders. I don't know why the game made her skin so much lighter, but that's concerning to me. It happened to Fern as well, so I'm going to adjust that off camera. However, their amazing bio reads, meet the Ponders. They are a family of wolves who live in Moonwood Mill. Hero and Valkyrie were high school sweethearts. When messing around, Valkyrie fell pregnant. Although Valkyrie told them that they didn't need to, Hero stuck around to parent Sage. When Sage was a child, a rogue wolf from a different pack attacked her. Valkyrie fought to protect her anyway. Fern is the new addition, whom the whole family adores. So this family has been tried and trued, or tried and tested, should I say. I think that Luna saw the head to toe coverings and the very modest dressing and, you know, the samey hairstyles and stuff and was like, oh my gosh, are these fundies? Look at how respectfully she is introducing herself. And meanwhile, Sage does not know what happened. These folks just called her over probably to evangelize to her. They are told that they are the light of the world. Oh my goodness. And Rose can share her testimony. That would be happening as a young woman. Whoa, what are we doing? Oh, we're sharing our testimony. It looks like a successful testimony. They've shared their testimony successfully. Hopefully it will inspire the sim to give their hearts to the watcher. So this didn't definitely make the decision, but Sage is considering what Rose has said. Ooh, Rose is also inspired by a strong parental presence. Interesting. Rose has been feeling gloomy, so I am sure Rose is taking a lot of comfort in her parents. It's familiar, but also is nervous to meet strangers. So she's going to ask these girls, I would imagine they're very close in age, to hang out. Sage said, okay. That's actually very surprising because I would be running for the hills if I saw these folks. I think they're going to go ahead and ask, just everybody to hang out. They're really getting to know the locals. These kids would be conditioned that wherever they go, they can be sharing the word of the watcher. And that, that's how, we make friends, is that we just get more members, right? So everybody's going to break. I've got Mom set to grill some stuff. Everyone's just kind of talking and chatting too much. The young adult teens are going to go and throw some horseshoes together. You know what? I will tell you what, they know how to host an event for sure. Dad is appreciating the bonfire. He is also going to be lighting some. So he wants to have a good time. He wants his family to make awesome memories of this trip. I feel like thinks that he should have been doing this a lot sooner. He wanted to go to Granite Falls, but he'll take Moonwood Mill. This seems like a beautiful place. The people seem very friendly, if not maybe a tad immoral, but he really does like this Luna girl. He thinks Luna could be a great, maybe not influence, but he feels like he could be probably a good influence on Luna, or at least his children could. She seems pretty interested in this lifestyle. So these guys are just hanging out. Let's do, Garnet and her baby brother they're playing together. That's so cute. Go play inside, please. Ooh, Dad's too hot. Sorry. Okay, well, James is kind of burning up a little, so we're just gonna stop our outside activities, and James is gonna call everybody in for a meal. I definitely think that they want to make good hosts. In a couple of days, it's Harvest Fest. He would love to be able to host something for the locals, show them what love the Watcher has inspired in them and how much love he has for them in the Watcher. James is a preacher. His son wants to be a preacher as well. So, yes, we can talk to our brother because he's still in the fam, right? Like, he's not in the faith necessarily, but he's not going to buck the system. And he's having children and all that. So everybody's just talking. And Rose and Topaz have heard of a lost soul. They've heard of a lost soul named Greg. He is a very tortured soul. And I think that this is hitting Rose very hard because Rose struggles with gloomy feelings. Rose is a loner. And I think Rose's heart is just goes out to Greg, right? Like, these girls are talking about Greg as if, whoa, what is this? Successful testimony. Okay, great. So, we knew that Luna was probably going to be really drawn in by this lifestyle. So no resistance there. Absolutely no resistance there. Next episode, guys, we are going to probably go see, we're going to go see Greg. We're going to get to know these two a little bit better and probably their families and get up to some camping antics and see, just really what everything has in store for us. Again, guys, no stream on Saturday the 24th. If I'm posting this after, I'm so sorry. I'm sure there was a community post explaining. If, again, by some miracle this is up before, then just as a warning, no stream this Saturday. Hopefully, that is supportive of Rose Quartz. I think that's the whole point of this trip for him, is to establish bonds, reach folks for the Watcher. That would be his goal anytime he goes out anywhere. So hopefully, guys, even though there is no stream, I will have had a Let's Build a Story episode up. But guys, I will leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for commenting. You guys have no idea how much that absolutely helps out the channel. I will see you all next time I stream or post. Watch or bless. And as always, you guys, happy simming.